Welcome to Vision Plus and welcome to this Center for Mathematics on Complex Numbers. We are now looking at multiplication of complex numbers, and we have an example 2 that says multiply and simplify the following. Part A, negative 3 plus 5i times negative 5 plus 7i. So the solution to this would be for part A, that is negative 3 plus 5i times negative 5 plus 7i. We are going to follow the principles of multiplication of two brackets, that is like expansion of brackets. And we say that every term in each bracket should multiply also every other term in the other bracket. So here we shall begin with negative 3 times negative 5. Negative 3 times negative 5, that is positive 15. Then you come to negative 3 times positive 7i. Do not put any sign here yet. Why? The sign that you will put here is not this plus here. No. The sign that you will put here will be determined by the multiplication of negative 3 and 7i. So what is negative 3 times 7i? It is negative 21i. So here that's when you put minus 21i. Again, don't put any sign here. The sign you put here will depend on the result of the multiplication of the terms you're going to consider. And the second terms you're going to consider in this case are going to be 5i, it is positive. So 5i times negative 5, that is negative 25i. So we have now put minus here. Then again, this 5i here, we shall multiply it with 7i. 5i times 7i. First of all, they are both positive. Positive times positive, it gives us positive. Now 7 times 5 or 5 times 7 is 35. And then I times I is I squared. Then after that, we go to simplification, that is 15. Here we have I and here contains I. These are like terms. So negative 21i minus negative 25i. Since we are subtracting them and they are both negative, this is going to give us negative 46. 46i, then plus 35. What is I squared? I squared is negative 1, where simply from I squared equals to negative 1. That is Euler's principle. Here now gives us 15 minus 46i. 35 times negative 1, it becomes negative 35. If you collect the like terms, so we shall have 15 minus 35 minus 46i. What is 15 minus 35? That is negative 20 minus 46i. And this becomes the solution for part A. Going to part B, we are going to follow the same principles. So part B, which is 5 minus 3i times negative 8 plus 5i equals to. We say that every term in one bracket must multiply every term in the other bracket. So here we shall have 5 times negative 8. Remember that the sign before any number is the sign of that number. So 5 is positive times negative 8. That gives us negative 40. Again, this 5 times 5i because it is positive. So 5 times 5i, it will still be positive 25i. Now 5 has multiplied all the terms in the second bracket. Then come to negative, because it is carrying a negative sign. Negative 3i times negative 8. Negative times negative, positive. 8 times 3 is 24. So negative 3i times negative 8 is positive 24i plus negative 3 times positive 5. Negative 3i times positive 5i, that is this times that. Negative is here and positive is here. So negative times positive is going to be negative. So I rushed here to put minus. I mean to put plus. That should be minus. Because negative 3i times positive 5i gives us 15. I squared. Why? Because I times I is I squared. Then we go on to further simplify. What is here we have only one real part, that is 40. What is 25i plus 24i? That is plus 49i. And then here we have minus 15. What is I squared? I squared is negative 1. From where? Simply from Euler's property, I squared is negative 1. So continuing to simplify, we shall have here negative 40 plus 49i. Negative 15 times negative 1 is positive 15. So plus 15. And then if we collect the like terms, the real parts together, so we shall have here 40, negative 40 plus 15 plus 49i. What is negative 40 plus 15? That is negative 25. That will give us negative 25 plus 49i. So that is the multiplication for the second part of example 2. Going to the third part, that is part C, which says that we have negative 7 minus 4i times negative 6 minus 6i. Negative 7 minus 4i times negative 6 minus 6i. The same exact procedure applies. We shall say here negative 7 times negative 6. If you press the calculator, you get positive 42. Yes. Again, negative 7 times negative 6i becomes positive 42i. Then this negative 7 is done. So we go to negative 4. Negative 4i times negative 6 will give us positive 24i. Negative 4i times negative 6i will give us positive, because negative times negative is positive. 4 times 6 is 24. I times I is I squared. Then we continue to simplify. Here we shall have 42 plus, what is 42i plus 24i? That's like 66i. 66i times plus 24, but I squared, simply from I squared equals to negative 1. So substitute for I squared as negative 1. So that here we have 42 plus 66i minus positive 24 times negative 1 is negative 24. So that we say, if you collect the like terms, we shall have 42 minus 24 plus 66i. What is 42 minus 24? It's like 18. It's like 18. Press the calculator. 22 minus 4, that is 18, plus 66i. And this is the solution for part C, and that is the solution to the whole example 2 that we have on the board. Thank you.